Hi everyone, and welcome to Red and Blue, the YouTube page dedicated to all things PSG in English. And today it's been about 20 seconds since we won the final against Inter, about 12 seconds since the last celebrations ended in Paris, and we're already talking Mercato. I can't believe it's already happening, not even 2-3 days to settle back down from our win. Rumors are already starting to circulate, so I just wanted to do a quick video to just bring you up to speed and make sure you know what's going on. I'm gonna start with our players because I think that's the most relevant part to start with. Two players are being talked about right now. First one is Donnarumma. If you know, Donnarumma's contract is expiring at the end of next season, so we need to either sign him back up or let him go to make some money off of him. Discussions have been going on for a long time, and Donnarumma was always saying that he wants to stay at PSG. PSG was a bit more uncertain to begin with because we weren't sure he was that goalkeeper that was going to make us win the Champions League. Turns out he is. The second thing which seems to be holding back discussions now is that his salary is quite big already. When he signed for PSG, he signed on a free agent from AC Milan. So we had to commit to a big salary, and right now he's earning apparently, I think, about 10 million euro a season, which is sizable, obviously. The salary policy of PSG has also changed. With a younger player, we tend to pay less money, and Luis Campos is also switching the rules of the deals and basically indexing salaries on performance and how many matches they play and how decisive players are. Which for Donnarumma means that it's a complicated discussion. It's still going on. There's no resolution, but apparently, it might get decided in the next few days. So we'll have to stay tuned on that one. If he ends up going, there's lots of European club, big European names who are interested in him because he's obviously a standout goalkeeper. And PSG might be looking at Lucas Chevalier, a young goalkeeper from Lille who had an amazing season in Ligue 1 and in the Champions League as a possible replacement. Second one of our player, Marquinhos. Obviously, he's been here forever, he's our captain, and he just lifted our first Champions League above his head. So no one, wants to see him go. At the same time, he's getting on with age. He's the oldest player in our squad, at least in the starting 11. He's been in PSG a very long time, and there's been discussions for, I think, the better part of a year on whether we're coming to the end of the Marquinhos era. Maybe for him, he's getting to that place in his career where he wouldn't be opposed to taking a big contract in Saudi Arabia or something, and really running up his money. He could also very well want to stay in PSG for a bit longer, but like I said, he's getting on with age, so we need to plan for the future and see what would happen in this place in the defense and who might be best place to replace him in the long term. There's a few names that have been circulated. Apparently, the PSG is moving forward with their top target, even if we don't really know who that target actually is. Apparently, it's not going to be Christian Mosquera, which is the name that was talked about, Spanish defender from playing in Spain right now, who's looking at a move from Valencia to Leipzig. And then other names that have been mentioned, Joel Ordóñez from Club Brugge in Belgium, and Thomas Arrojo, who's a very up-and-coming defender in the Portuguese league in Benfica. And obviously, given the Luis Campos connection, it's a name that's popped up for us. So we'll see as well what's going on there and keep you guys posted. Other bit of news, that was more from the past few days because there were a few articles and conversations even during the weekend and the Champions League final. It seems that the River Plate player Franco Mastantuono, who's 17 years old, is definitely in the crosshairs of PSG. Conversations have been going on. He might have already talked with Luis Enrique as well, which would be a really clear sign of the club's interest. He's a rising star in the Argentinian league. One of the most talked about talent in South America at the moment. Only 17, like I said, so he's very young. He's got a release clause which I think is around 45 million euros. So it's quite sizable, but obviously nothing that would completely stop PSG. It seems that right now the conversation would be to have him sign now, but only join us in the new year next year after the end of the season in Argentina. So let him keep playing with River Plate until the end of the year. And obviously that would also, I guess, lower the fee a little bit, or at least make it a somewhat easier conversation. Not finalized yet. There's also other interest from a lot of clubs. In particular, Real Madrid has been in that conversation as well. So we'll have to see where it goes, but it looks like that one might be for real. I think that's about it at this point. Yeah, no, last one I wanted to also mention on our players again. It looks like two players might be on their way out. Kang In Lee is the first one, and I think that won't come as a major shock for a lot of people who are supporting the club. So he might be on his way out, and the second one is Gonzalo Ramos as well, which I'm a bit sad about, but obviously, like given the player profile that we have in our offensive line, it doesn't really fit the mold. So I'm not entirely surprised either, even if I do truly believe he could be an outstanding player. PSG doesn't seem to want to like give them any easy way out. So any interested club might have to pay full price for them. So we'll have to see how it goes. Both of them have, potential clubs that might be interested in them. So we'll have to follow and see what happens there. It's only the start of the Mercato season. Actual, like, Champions League season only ended, like I said, 2 days ago now. There is a window for transfers between now and the start of the Club World Cup, and then the longer one after that. So we'll have to see how clubs organize themselves to do business. But one thing is sure, like it's PSG, so we're gonna be busy the next couple of months, and there's gonna be a lot of news to cover. So I'll keep it up with you guys. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, and like and comment on this video. That really helps us. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Bye.